So in this video, I want to teach you cosine law. What is cosine law? Cosine law is used when we want to find a missing angle or a missing side in a triangle. So two cases that we have them. Do you recall the Pythagorean theorem? Pythagorean theorem would tell us that C2 equals to A2 plus B2, where in a right angled triangle. However, the cosine law is used in a general triangle. It does not have to be necessarily a right angled triangle. And if we have two sides, so let's call this guy A, and let's call this guy B. Let's call, obviously, this side C, so this side, see this angle C, and that one C, and then let's say we want to find C. We're gonna use the Pythagorean theorem's formula, just expand it. So it's gonna be, if I'm missing C, C to the power of 2 is gonna be A2 plus B2, look at this part, minus 2AB times, this is cosine law, so I'll be using cosine of the angle C. So if side C is missing, what I'm gonna need is the measures of sides A and B. That's a mistake there. So the measures of sides A and B and the measure of angle C. So if you have two sides and the angle in between, you can easily find the measurement for the opposite side. We can expand this formula and write it for any missing side. So how about B2? What is B2 gonna be equal to? B2 is gonna be A2 plus C2 minus 2AC cosine. We start with a small b, we end with capital B. So no, unlike the Pythagorean theorem, if you wanted to find B2, you would say C2 minus A2. Over here, we're not going to have that. We're going to have to add them and then subtract from that twice the sides AC and then the cosine of the angle in between. Can you rewrite this now for A squared? What's A squared? A squared is going to be B2 plus C2, right? The other two sides minus twice B and C together, BC, and then cosine of angle A. We need to memorize these formulas and we get to use them. In your book, there's a bunch of examples for cosine law. I'll be teaching and going over example number 4 on page 506. Here's how the triangle looks like. We have a triangle and we do have some measurements. So that's 8 kilometers. This is 10 kilometers. And here for the angle, we have 135 degrees. I'll first go ahead and label my triangle. I want to use this formula. So we're going to call this big guy C. So little c is missing, and that's the one I need to be finding. A, so small a is 8. And B, so small b is 10. We always start with labeling our triangle. We always start with labeling our triangle. Capital letters for the vertices, and then the small letters to show the sides. If I want C, I'm going to rewrite the formula. I'm going to go C to the power of 2 equals to A2 plus B2 minus 2AB cosine C. C2 equals to A to the power of 2, A to the power of 2 plus B to the power of 2 minus twice 8 and 10 cosine 135. you see that part? There we go. Just bring it a bit here. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna punch that into our calculators. Whatever you found, so that's 64 plus 100 minus 2 times 8 times 10 times cosine 135. The final answer is, I don't have it, but after you found the square root of that, so C is actually going to be the square root of this whole thing, because that's C2. C is going to be 16.6 kilometers. This is how we use cosine law to find a missing side of a triangle. If I am to use a different example, what do we use this? Whenever we have two sides and the angle in between.